I'm doing me, keep doing you. I'm making money that you wish you could. I'm doing me.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to talk about how you get out of your comfort zone. And I'm gonna be the first one to tell you that I am out of my comfort zone and I'm scared shitless. So don't tell me it's easy, because it ain't. All right, you're about to see.
Okay, so Mr. Rudy, go for it.
Well, how's everybody doing tonight? Good. You guys, like I said, you guys do not see me starting to be back in school. But before I even start, I'm gonna tell you guys this is the first time I've ever talked in front of this many people. So if you catch me put my cards up in front of my face and get all nervous, dripping sweat, don't be alarmed. Just a little nervous, all right? So, first thing I like to do when I talk to anybody, two people I've talked to, is I like to tell them a little bit about myself. So my name is Rudy, like she told you. A lot of you probably don't know me. I come from humble beginnings, like a lot of y'all. I was raised by a single mother, and I always wanted to just be myself, how I was, do the things I wanted to do, even though those things didn't always bring me success. A lot of the times, because of my undeniable urge to be myself, it caused me to fail. But through failure, we're able to learn the wisdom of our mistakes. I want you guys to write that down, because note takers are money makers. Through the wisdom of our mistakes, we learn. All right? So I'm going to ask you guys a question. How many of you guys have tattoos or piercings or anything that people call not appropriate for a job? Hands up. I see a lot of hands. A lot of hands. Right? Hey, Miss Hope got tattoos too, right? So that's good. So I see a lot of hands up. I myself started getting tattooed at a young age. I was like 17. Everybody, especially my mother, was like, how do you plan on finding a job? How do you plan on even being taken seriously with all these tattoos? The struggles that they were putting upon me were out of control. They were telling me I wasn't going to be able to do things. So as I sat up writing this over and over again, I thought to myself, what would be the best piece of advice that I could give all of you? The world isn't looking for you in a physical sense, meaning these tattoos and such, right? They're looking for what you can bring. If you don't manifest what you're bringing, then the world will ignore you, right? Just because you look a certain way doesn't always mean you will or will not succeed. You may walk your whole entire life looking and acting the way society deems appropriate and never even make it to the 1%. The reason is because most of the people living are not just living, but they're never really manifesting themselves. So the number one goal in your life should be self-manifestation. People don't really understand how powerful word is and how powerful your dreams can be. Light bulb. Yo, light bulb, where did the light bulb come from? Somebody had to think of that before they even made it. So, like I said, the number one goal in your life should be self-manifestation. If God put you on this earth to help people, we should be helping people, right? If God put you here to be caregivers, teachers, nurses, and medical assistants, it's to be helping people, right? I want you guys to write this down. In the medical field, we're here to help, care, and save lives. That comes from where? The love in the heart, not the ink in my skin or the holes in my ears. I'm going to say that again, guys, in case you didn't hear it. In the medical field, we're here to help, care, and save lives, and that comes from the love in our hearts, not the ink in our skin or the holes in our ears. So how do we manifest ourselves? In order to manifest ourselves, we must first begin by establishing goals. Because without goals, we have no clear vision or purpose. I set my goals. I had a vision. I stepped into each and every day with intention, and I carried myself the way I wanted to be looked at. Because we can't allow the thought process of others to affect our world, right? So I was determined. There was no shadow of a doubt. You ask me how I did it? See the wall behind me? I got my back up against this wall. Because every single day that I got my back up against this wall, I realized that I got no other way to go but straight ahead. If you burn every single one of your boats, you only got one way off the island, right? That's only to swim. So I was determined. There's only one way off this island. Your goals, your whys, have to be stronger than your why not. Your reason to push forward must overpower every bump in the road. Because there will be days when you're not going to want to wake up in the morning. Hell, I have days that I do not want to wake up in the morning. There's going to be nights when you're going to have to study and do your homework while your friends are out partying. But you need to realize something. You need to want success so bad that the grind becomes second to breathing. So ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to overcook the grits like a good friend of mine always says. I know it's late and a lot of y'all got friends, y'all got families, jobs, y'all got to do classwork, whatever. So if I leave you with anything this evening, it's never to take no for an answer. You don't take no for an answer. Live with intention and remember one thing. Nelson Mandela once said, there is no passion to be gained playing small and settling for a life that is less than what you're capable of living. Guys, the world needs y'all's talent. It needs your love, and most importantly, it needs you. So I want to thank you guys for having me here tonight. I'm surprised I didn't put my cards in my face, so thank y'all, and stay blessed. Peace and blessings.
Just a second. Where are you going to work, Rudy?
Nah, this was a part of the deal.
So, you guys have obviously heard his great motivational speaking to you. One of the things I told you that we met Rudy during orientation, and I told him I didn't think I was going to get him into an externship site. So, COVID, as much as we've all hated COVID and are miserable with our darn masks and everything else, COVID was one of the biggest blessings to Rudy at the same time. Okay? So right in the midst of not being able to get externship because I called, Essie called, Mark called, we had everybody reaching out to sites, and there was going to be no externship site that was going to take Rudy because of tattoos. Okay? I had a doctor call me and say, Jen, I'm desperate. I need somebody to come and help me with the phones. Okay? And I told him, I said, Dr. Bridewell, I have the perfect person. I said, he lives right in your area. This doctor, first of all, guys, you have to know, would not even take a male MA. Okay? Because I had tried to put another male there. He was against male MAs because he felt like it was going to make the females in his practice uncomfortable. And I said, well, it's a male MA. He's got tattoos. He's got tattoos on his face, but this student is an A+ student. He went in to that externship set. Dr. Bridewell was so desperate at that point for somebody to come and help him. All of the people that worked for him had walked away because of COVID. Rudy went in there, and with what, 3 days? 4 days?
2?
Maybe 2 days. Dr. Bridewell was, how often are you going to come here, and how often are you going to stay and work for me?
Oh.
The women loved him. Dr. Bridewell loved him. He now works for Dr. Bridewell. Okay? It was something that we just had to get past that physical appearance, and somebody had to see what he was capable of past that physical appearance to get him in there. And we did that. And he is now working as a medical assistant in the field. Okay? So when he comes to you with all of this motivational stuff and getting past tattoos and getting past appearances and getting past all of that stuff, he has lived it firsthand, because we were literally, 2 or 3 days away from the start of externship, and we were going to have to put him on a leave of absence because we had nothing to do. Nowhere for him to go, no options. And, the opportunities just fell into our plate. And if one student really deserved that, he was that student. So it all worked out for the best. Okay? So that's one of the reasons I really wanted him to come in and talk to you guys. He's been through the ringer with his life, but he has pushed forward with everything that he possibly has, and he has brought himself that success. Okay? Do you guys have any questions for Rudy?
Good. You guys got any questions for me before I go hit a Starbucks?
You can ask him. He's been through the MA program. He did the day program. He's done his externship. If you guys have any questions at all for him, please ask.
As long as they're not about terminology, we're good to go.
I have a question. What was one of the main separating factors that you think made that difference in the first 2-3 days that you were in that office that allowed them to look past your tattoos and appearance and focus on what you were
because I've always been big on how I carry myself, how I speak to people, how I carry and conduct myself. See, you can have two people, you can have me standing next to somebody else, we're both completely covered in tattoos. Somebody talks to you the right way, somebody talks to you the wrong way. You understand what I'm saying? That's how I tell my mother. And my mother used to always tell me, oh, but you're covered in tattoos, you're not going to get a job, Nah, because if I go into somewhere and I show hard work ethic, and I conduct myself maturely and professionally, and I'm able to speak and do what the job entails, and I don't act a fool, I believe that it don't matter how many tattoos I got or how many holes I got in my ears, it doesn't matter. Because there's people that may walk in there with no tattoos, no piercings, and nothing, and give you a bad service, bad job. They don't even get it done. You understand what I'm saying? So I believe it's all in how you conduct yourself and not how you look. Thank you for that great question. Anybody else?
You guys are all so quiet. Nothing? Well, thank you, Mr. Rudy.
Great year, and I wish you the best of luck, man. It's a very great program. Thank you, Mr. Lee.
You're welcome. Thank you. I know we can't hug because
Oh, yeah.
there's COVID stuff. COVID. Well,
All right, guys.